Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for it is time for more racing. And it is, of course, ORL Season 11, Round 7, here at the circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Canada. No surprises because Formula Danny has taken pole position, but this time it is ahead of a Photon, with Nameless in third, ahead of Waza. We're going to really be watching out for him because he has my racing number, number 73, and he's ahead of Crucix and Hadler in those Haas's. So watch out for those guys. Calcifer in the second of the Toro Rossos, in seventh ahead of Kopi, Ballas Kevin, and VSR Soren rounding out the top 10. He really struggled to find a lap at the end of the session. Bolton in 11th ahead of Brownie, Flexus Marcy. Hypers in 14th. Not a good session for him. Triton Lehman in 15th ahead of Hayes and Donator in the Drivers' Championship. Hypers on 88 points ahead of Napadovsky on 51. Photon in 4th on 45 ahead of Formula Danny on 44. Matthias Cologon aka SHZ Hayes on 42. Mark on 35 with Steven Donoso tied on 33.
Yes, so we have also the Constructors' Championships here. We have Mercedes actually leading with 113 points, then Red Bull Racing with 92 points, the third are Alfa Romeo with 63 points, after them are coming Ferrari with 47 points. Then we have Toro Rosso with 63 points, Racing Point, Renault, McLaren, Williams, and last but not least, Haas.
Here we go then, the drivers lining up in the grid. This could be a bigger day for Alfa Romeo. They've been so good when they have been racing, but they've missed so many races. Not like last time in Monaco where we missed drivers. Here we go. 4 red lights, not 5, and away we go for the Canadian GP as we actually wait for them to go. But it's going to be a really good start from Nameless, who jumps straight up to second, round the outside of Formula Danny. Has he maybe jump started? This is absolutely incredible. Formula Danny running wide through turn 2. Nameless on the inside as they make their way into turn 3. Formula Danny with the inside for 4. He squeezes Nameless wide, but Nameless having none of it. Still side by side as Wazar wants to have a go on Photon. Formula Danny will be forced to yield as Nameless takes the lead of the race for the first time in ORL. Formula Danny right behind Nameless, so can he find anything? Wazar moves up into third, Crucix up into fourth, and it's a really good start for Crucix and Nameless, but Photon gonna have a little look down the inside. Look at Calcifer also down the inside. He goes on the other Haas. Toro Rosso versus Haas across the track, but it's going to be the Haas's coming out on top as we'll have to take a look on what's going on up ahead, but it looks like they are all aligned astern for now. We're going to take a look from Hadler's perspective as Photon forced to yield the position, but up ahead Formula Danny right on the tail of Nameless. Nameless going defensive as a good racing driver does. Oh, there's almost contacts. Formula Danny runs onto the grass and Nameless is going to try to hold it around the outside, but this time I think Formula Danny might have got the job done as Wazar watches from the background. Formula Danny will reclaim the lead and will now be looking to stretch it out. Down in 17th, that's Photon. Going to hold that thought because Photon looking for the inside here. And he's going to be forcing Crucix out wide, but Crucix is going to try to hold it. We take a look from Hadler's perspective. Obviously, no DRS enabled just yet. And Crucix is going to be getting a slight draft from Wazar. But Photon, he tries to have a little look. He just doesn't have the overspeed. Down the inside, will he go for it? No, he won't. He'll just slot right back in behind in 5th place. Crucix in the DRS of the Renault. He's going for it once again. Around the outside. Can he pull it off? He's going to have to be careful, but he sweeps round and he will take a 3rd place. Can he do anything? Crucix has DRS. Nameless has the fastest lap of the race as he's looking to challenge Formula Danny. As here we go, Wazza around the outside, on the inside for turn 2. Crucix looking to hold it, and he will be able to do so. Wazza will have to settle for 4th place. And now Photon might also be wanting to join this down the inside. He goes in the end of Sector 1, and he will make the move stick for Photon as well. As here we go, Calcifer down the inside. Thank you for a great camera angle, Codemasters. But Hadler looking to hold it with the better traction. Calcifer and Hadler will both have DRS, but Calcifer is right behind Hadler. Hadler won't
But
go
because Hadler just
defensive.
overtake.
Oh, he's going to try to squeeze Calcifer. Calcifer trying to force his way through regardless. Hadler will, up ahead. Photon will make the way through onto Crucic up the inside, but he cuts the corner. Will he be forced to yield that position? Sauron going to get right up behind him, looking for the outside into turn 10. Will he break early and look for the cutback? No, he won't, or maybe he will. Regardless, good defending from Kevin, but now there's not really too much you can do to defend down this very long straight, and Hypers may even be looking to pick up the pieces. Soren around the outside. He'll pick that up nice and easy, as that's going to be another person in the pits as bad as Kevin. Oh, he makes contact. Oh, and that is Nameless going right into his, right into the back. Sorry, Kopi actually. So big contact. And I think that's Kopi and Kevin, both of them out of the race. So
Formula Danny left the session.
What's happened to Formula Danny?
He left the session. That was happened, I think. I think he was in the pits, but no, I think
I'm not quite sure because the ghosting car shouldn't be that slow. So there's a safety car out as well for the incident in the final corner. So all of a sudden now, Photon is leading the race. The second Toro Rosso of Calcifer is in third. And the three medium tyre drivers are first, third, and fourth. And everyone who's on soft tyres, they've just pitted. And they're going to close right up. So all of a sudden, the soft drivers of a Nameless Crew 6 and Formula Danny are now in a really good spot. If Formula Danny can somehow reconnect, it doesn't happen that often. But this race has just gone crazy. Right, but all of this being said, Nameless is in the best spot of everyone. Here we go. Safety car in. Photon will take us away on lap 10 of 35. The question is, can the fresh hard tires take people to the end of the Grand Prix? Well, Calcifer will certainly be hoping so, as will BSR Sauron. But Photon gets away nice and clean. But look at Nameless on those medium tires. He will be able to just get the heat back into the tires that little bit quicker. Hayes picks up a 3-second time penalty as well. But Nameless will just have to settle for fourth right now, as Hayes is going to run a little bit wide. And this could give Nameless a great chance to get through as we head towards turn 8. But nothing going to happen just yet.
Into turn 10, Nameless going against
down
Hayes, and he's in front.
Make it work.
A good move.
Not a good one. Hypers, though, might just be good enough to make it work. But here we go. Was it down the inside? Oh, side by side. Little bit of a contact with the wall, and I see a Renault M plate flying off. As here's Calcifer. Oh, making contact. It's four drivers a bridge next to each other. And there's contact all around. Hayes on the outside of Calcifer. Calcifer will be looking to pick something up. There's a 5-second time penalty for was gaining a place with a corner cutting. And that is a bit crazy.
I thought.
But if he goes to... Oh, there's contact up ahead. Flexes Marcy, and Formula Danny will stop as the ghosting car makes him reverse, because the ghosting car is crazy. He's definitely still ghosting. How the ghosting car was keeping up, I do not know. The question is, how close can Hypers keep it to Nameless? As here we go. Crucic Hadler down the inside, and he will be able to take the position. Not too much we can do as Lehman. Oh, he forces Calcifer out wide. Calcifer will rejoin the track, saying, there's no way I'm letting you through, my dear. As Lehman having a moment with a back end. Calcifer yielding the position, so I'm not sure. Oh, there's a bit of contact. Soren will make his way through. Calcifer down into 7th. Wazza picks up a 3-second time penalty. And Bolton just can't find a way through. Oh, there's contact. Soren breaks early, and Calcifer runs into the back. Soren picks up a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting.
Yeah, that's possible. And right behind Calcifer, there's Hayes.
Bolton runs wide, and Soren's going to be looking for a way back through here. Going to ride on board with Calcifer and watch all of this unfold up ahead as Crucic picks up a 3-second time penalty. Bolton running wide as Soren's going to be finding the way through. Bolton, though, cleverly lets Soren through. Will get DRS on to the back straight, and he might be able to sweep straight back through. As there's a change for second, Hadler going down the inside. Hypers will make his way through. Hadler will go into the pits this time round. And so will Crucic as well. As here comes Soren. He's going to be coming out very close to Hayes. And he's actually going to be able to sweep ahead and pick up the position as Calcifer. Oh, dearie me. He picks up a 3-second time penalty as well. Pressure. Medium tires might be looking to have a go straight away. Won't go defensive into 10. Calcifer down the inside. I think he should be able to make this one work. And Waza just doesn't have the grip. 12 laps as there's the yellow flag in Sector 2. Oh, Calcifer, what have you done?
Oh no.
Has he lost the back end?
You
Oh,
know,
oh no,
yeah,
Calcifer's done it again. He loses the back end on those overheating tires. You know, wherever he was running about 5th is actually...
Napadovsky isn't...
as Hadler looking for the outside onto Photon, all side by side. And away they go, down the back straight. We're going to just sit on board with Hypers. Photon seemingly... I don't know how Photon is holding this. He doesn't have DRS. Oh, Hyper's going to go down the inside. Will he try to go on them both? He will gain a place as Photon drops 2 positions. We're going to be seeing Hadler going defensive. Hypers for the outside. He'll sweep round up into 2nd place.
Calcifer's battling with Soren, if even though he got lapped by him.
Oh no, Calcifer runs wide. And
yeah, because of Soren.
Calcifer and Soren. Calcifer wants to set the fast lap of the race, but he has Soren to battle with. Nameless picks up first. 2nd is going to go to Hyper with Hadler in 3rd and Photon in 4th place. And there we have it. Nameless picks up first ahead of Hypers and Hadler. Photon picks up 4th ahead of Boltson and Soren, who picked up 4 time penalties. One of them was a 10-second time penalty. Krusix in 7th, ahead of Triton Lehman, who picked up 3 time penalties, so fell behind. Was picked up 9th, but with 6 time penalties, he will be getting disqualified. And Velocity Formula Danny picked up 10th place, but I'm not sure if he will take that due to being disconnected. Calcifer in 11th with Flex's Marcy in 12th. Hayes, Brownie, and Donator Kopi and Kevin were all DNF'd. Right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with our top 2 of Nameless and Hyper. So let's get this underway. Starting with you, Nameless. Your first ORL win. How does it feel?
Really, really good. So I wasn't expecting that good of a pace because I don't like the track that much, and I don't know, it doesn't suit me well, but I was surprised about my pace, and unfortunately then he disconnected, so yeah, I had a good position to win. The safety car, I was a bit unlucky, but the 2-stop was quite nice, and I had some nice battles, and in the end I was so cautious because I had 8 warnings and there was I think 10 laps to go or something like that, and I checked every time the guy behind me if he has a penalty or how much of a penalty he has, and yeah, it was a real sweat, but I'm really, really happy.
I also want to bring another thing up because I've just remembered this, because when it happened, it blew my mind. That start, oh my god, how... I thought it was a jump start. That was insane.
Yeah, I almost forget it, but yeah, I think it was the best start I've ever done. So yeah, I was really surprised.
Right. We'll come back to you in a second, Nameless. Going to your Hypers, you qualified on the hard tires, so it was a race that was always going to get better for you. How happy were you when you saw that the safety car was going to be coming out?
To be honest, in quali I wanted to do mediums, but invalidated both lap times, and actually with my lap time would have been like P4, P5, so definitely higher than what I was, but I invalidated both laps. So I started outside top 10, and then as I said earlier on, when the safety car came out, I also broke a bit of my front wing, but I didn't feel like I need to repair it. So like nothing was really going my way. 15 laps in. Also the safety car, to be honest, it didn't really hurt me, but it helped the soft runners for sure, because they could just like get that pit stop 10 seconds quicker. So that definitely helped them. But other than that, I guess it was just a very good recovery. I mean, I was without a wing, and to get a P2, I'm really happy. And yeah, that's basically it.
I mean, Danny, I'm not sure what happened to him. He just disconnected. So damage limitation for you. You extend your lead at the top. So yeah, as you mentioned, all good for you.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Soren, I've got good news for you. Apparently, I've been informed that the 10-second penalty is going to be removed. So how does 5th place feel?
It wasn't an easy one to to earn. It was yeah, a tough race. My quality lap, one stupid mistake at the hard lap, breaking my front wing. So I had a yellow front wing doing my lap on medium compound. So yeah, it wasn't a super lap. So well, it was a little bit complicated at the start because I was completely on the back. And yeah, then it was a hard fight with a lot of guys. Well, at the end, I decided to pit for the medium because I didn't think I would have been able to fight for the podium with the hard compound. I knew Photon coming back from the back, and I knew also that the guys who were pit on lap about 20 would come back at the end. So yeah, I decided to beat at this moment, and yeah, I think I didn't have to take back the P5 overtake San, and then I was able to go up the ORL zone. So yeah, just managed to don't make mistake like I've done during quali.
Quickly also, into turn 1, that incident, did you happen to brake a little bit earlier that lap, or had Carlsford just missed his braking point?
No, I don't feel a book earlier than usual. I mean, no, I don't think it was the case, but I mean, as I said, I just wanted to be cautious to don't do mistake. I don't think, but I don't think, yeah, I booked earlier than before.
Maku, do you have any questions for anyone?
Yeah, for everyone, the question: what is about France? What do you think about the track, and what do you think you can do there? Let's start with Nameless.
I think I don't know if I ever drove in this game on this track, so I don't know yet. But let's see. I think it has a nice flow, and I like it. But yeah, let's see how my pace is compared to the others.
Cool. Then let's see what's it gonna be. Then Hypers, what do you think?
Oh, well, this track has never been really good for me, but I guess it kind of I'm quite consistent around there. So that's definitely a positive. Not sure about the pace yet because today wasn't the greatest. Even though I had damage, I still didn't feel like I had the best pace. So yeah, there is potential in this track to be good for me, but nothing is sure, to be honest.
Let's hope that you can keep up in France to the others, and let's hope there can be another podium. And last one, Soren, what do you think?
I have plenty of good moment with the French track in F1 2018. Hopefully, it will be the case for 2019. But yeah, it's just a track I love. Of course, it's also a French track, so for a French sport driver, yeah, it's something very cool to race there.
All
Yeah,
right,
cool.
then.
Thank you.
Well, best of luck to all of you then in France, and once again, thank you for joining us for tonight's interviews. Thank you guys, everyone who did join. Just a reminder, Nameless picks up the win ahead of Hypers and Hadler in third. Hypers extends its lead in the championship. We'll be back next week at 7:45 p.m. BST, same time as this week on YouTube. If you haven't already, do hit us up with a subscription and hit this video with a like on YouTube. Also, you can follow us on all of us on Twitter. You can see that on the screen right now. Team ORL for Online Racing League, and then myself and Maku individually. But yeah, once again, guys, thank you for joining. Keep it clean on the tracks, and we'll see you next week for round 8 at France. Good night.
Good night, everyone.